Hello everybody! So I filmed this video already, but I realized it was really long, and so I was like, well, maybe I should shorten it. Okay, so first of all, we're going to go into this. So this is my Comic-Con Top 10 Survival list, specifically for Salt Lake Comic-Con. So we're going to run into it, but first of all, what is Comic-Con? Comic-Con is short for Comic Book Convention, but it's more than just comic books. People go there for video games, for board games, people go to see celebrities from TV shows, from movies, wrestlers have been coming recently, and people come for just about any nerd-tastic reason in the history of whatever, in the history of ever. So, people come for any fandom that they want to. Star Wars, Star Trek, DC Comics, Marvel Comics, whatever you can think of. People come all around the world to go to Comic-Cons to buy merchandise that they can only get there and to see celebrities they can only see there. And it's just a fun time to get together with some really nerdy people. So let's get to the top 10 list. Number 1, do your research. Know what kind of tickets you want to buy. There's different tickets, different prices for different days, and for a different amount of days. Salt Lake Comic-Con goes for 3 days. You can buy a 1-day pass, which is the cheapest, for Thursday only. I recommend that if you're going to go for 1 day, go Thursday, and it's your first time, go Thursday, because it's less people, it's less crowded, and it'll be sort of a little introduction into the Comic-Con sort of life, I guess. Then next there's the multi-pass, which is 3 days, and just kind of a regular 3-day pass. You'll get in for all 3 days. The third pass is the Gold Pass, which means you get in 10 minutes before everybody else into the convention hall. And then there's the VIP Pass, which you also get in 10 minutes before the convention hall, but you also get first choice to get into panels, which panels I will discuss a little bit later. So do your research, know what kind of ticketing options you have, know where you need to be, when you need to be, and also know when your celebrities are going to be there. What days your celebrities are going to be there so that you can go and see them and say hi or take pictures with them. Also, plan out your venue for your hotel. If you plan on going all 3 days, I highly recommend going to a hotel because you're going to be tired at the end of the day, really tired and probably footsore, and you're going to want to just plop down in bed, wake up ready to go the next day, rather than traveling home and then traveling back the next morning. So highly recommend a hotel if you can afford it. There's cheap options in Salt Lake, but again, plan ahead, do your research, know kind of what you want to do. Number 2, comfort. This particularly relates to comfortable clothing. Wear comfortable shoes. If this is your first time and you are not dressing up, wear comfortable shoes, because you are going to be walking a lot, almost all day, for all 3 days. You're going to be standing in line for almost an hour on end, hour and a half, depending on what you're in line for. So be comfortable, wear comfortable clothes, things that breathe, so that you can stay cool. But also, if you get cold easy, it does get cool in the convention center, so bring a sweater or a light jacket if you need to. Number 3, medicine. You're going to want to keep a little first aid kit on you. If you don't stay hydrated, with the noise and the smells and things like that, it might get to you a little bit with headaches, and you're probably going to get tired and footsore, so bring like ibuprofen or Advil or Aleve or whatever your chosen anti-inflammatory is, and just keep that with you just in case. Also take some medications for your stomach, in case your tummy doesn't agree with the convention food. That's something to keep in mind, but just kind of keep a little emergency first aid thing. So for stomach discomfort, for muscle discomfort, and of course anything that you need that's your own personal medications that you take daily or whatever. Keep Band-Aids, maybe some Moleskin in case your feet do get sore, do get tired. You'll probably want to keep those handy as well. Number 4, we're on number 4, merchandise. So with merchandise, there's lots of things that you can buy at Salt Lake Comic-Con. They have Artist Alley, which is local and countrywide artists that come to just sell their art. They have prints and things available, buttons, whatever. bookmarks, postcards available for sale, and so that's unique to them. But then there's also a section that's always sort of homemade or crafty things like jewelry or crochet or stuffed animals, whatever. And then there's like the companies, so comic book stores that go to sell comic books, companies that sell all stuffed animals, companies that sell the Funko Pop figurines, which are really popular, like my Smog that I got last year. He was super cute, and online he was running for like hundreds of dollars, but then I found him at Comic-Con for like $20. So that was totally awesome. And then you'll also want to keep in mind that if you're going for all 3 days, to go see all the merchandise first, and then on the last day purchase everything. This is just me, but that's because I want to see everything before I decide what I want to buy. Sometimes I just go along and I'm like, okay, I have to have that. And so I get it, and then I just carry it with me, all that good stuff. Budget, I always have a budget when I go. I have to stay under this amount of dollars. But again, that's a personal thing. So stay within your budget, and that's why I usually wait till the last day so that I know exactly what I want to get, and I go and just blow it all one day. And then also keep in mind that there are certain things that you can only get at the convention. There are some things you can purchase online. You can get online later, if you want to budget for that. But there are certain things you can only get at the convention center. Photo ops, celebrity photo ops are one thing. So know where you need to be for that and what times those are. You can purchase those online before Comic-Con, or you can purchase them at Comic-Con. You get a little ticket, and you have to keep that with you, and then you go and stand in line with everybody else, and then photo ops are just bam, bam, bam. You get a split second with your celebrity. Hi, love you, you're great, thanks for the photo, see you later, and you're out of there. Same thing with autographs. Autographs, you can probably buy them online for a lot more expensive than they are at the convention, but again, budget, plan accordingly, and usually try and get things you can only get at the convention center. Things online, they can probably wait, but Comic-Con exclusive things, you'll want to get there. Alright, number 5, panels. What are panels? People ask me, what do you do when you go to Comic-Con? I'm like, okay, besides running around seeing all the fun people in costumes, you can go to panels. Panels are often either discussions or educational opportunities where you go into a room and there's a panel or just a lineup of people that sit and discuss a certain topic. For instance, there's some on writing. They teach you how to, okay, what's the best way to write a character? What's the best way to create a plot? What's the best way to write a comic book? What's the best way to promote your art? What's the best way for this and that, for whatever trade you're in, that has to do sort of with a nerdy twist on it. Panels are also discussions. Panels are discussions on, with celebrities, or discussing a certain topic, such as, I think there was one on gender roles in comic books and things like that, discussions about upcoming Star Wars films and Star Trek, the 50th anniversary, all kinds of things. With panels, though, there's multiple in the same hour. So there are, 5 or 6 or 10 panels going on at the same time. You'll want to plan accordingly, pick and choose. There is an app that where you can see all the panels that are available and save your favorites that you're interested in. Now keep in mind that once you get done with one panel, you're going to have to run to your next one because they're on the hour, and they let people in on the hour. Now you have to use your judgment too, because sometimes you're not going to be able to get into your panel unless you get in line early. We got in line early, an hour early, for one of the Brandon Mole, who's an author of the Fablehaven series, and we were waiting in line with a ton of other people, and it was an hour before his panel was to start. So you kind of have to plan accordingly for that. Number 6, food. Food is really overpriced in the convention center. But they do give you a lot, I'll give you that. But it's not the best food. It keep you full. It kept us full. It was nice. But it's still, you want to budget for that with food. But my biggest tip here with food is bring snacks. You want to bring snacks because nobody wants to be hangry at Comic-Con. They do allow snacks. Me and Tyler brought Triscuits, whatever. you want to bring. But bring snacks because you're going to be tired and you want to have something that you can eat on the go while you're sitting down at the panel, whatever you'd like. But bring snacks and budget for food. Number 7, hydration. You are going to want to hydrate. Hydrate, 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 because you want to avoid the muscle cramps and the fatigue. You want to avoid the headaches, and also you just kind of want to avoid being dehydrated and miserable. So stay hydrated. You can bring your own water bottle, fill them up there. They do allow that. It's not a big problem. Number 8, bring a backpack. So the backpack, not only does it hold your water and your snacks, also is good for your merchandise. When you buy a book or you bring a book, for a celebrity to sign, or an author, to sign. You can bring things for them to sign rather than just buy them there. You're going to want to have a backpack to carry all that stuff in, and also so that you have free hands to run around and to pick up things and look at things and not be burdened with a bag, and also not hurt your elbow like I did because I was carrying bags too much. Anyways, so bring a backpack and plan on carrying that around the convention center. It's just really, really handy. Number 9, take breaks. Don't overexert yourself, because you're going to be miserable if you do. If you push and push and push for all 3 days, it's going to be exhausting and you're not going to want to do it again. So take it easy. Take a break. They do have quiet rooms available in the convention center because it does get loud. It does get tiring to be jostled and pushed around by people. And so you can take a break and go to the quiet room where the lights are dim and it's nice and quiet, and you can just sit and take a nap and relax. So take breaks. Don't push yourself. It's like exercise. If you push yourself so hard the next day, if you're going to push yourself so hard one day, the next day you're going to be miserable. So just take it easy. Number 10, cosplay. Cosplay, short for costume play. Basically, if you're going to go wear a costume to Comic-Con, you can dress up as whatever. You can dress up as a comic book character, as a TV show character, whatever you can, as a cartoon character. I was a Pikachu. And so just whatever you can think of, people will know what you are. Just about anybody will know what you are. But also keep in mind that if you're going for the first time, I don't recommend dressing up unless it's something very comfortable. So don't dress up the first time unless you know, again, it's going to be something, unless it's something very comfortable, until you kind of get the routine down, kind of get the rhythm. But if you do decide to dress up in cosplay, be sure to change or to have an extra change of clothes. Because if you're dressing up, sometimes your costume will get hot, your wig will get hot, your costume will be constricting and tight sometimes, so you want to be careful what you wear, just because it can be uncomfortable at the end of the day. It may be comfortable for the first couple hours, but then after a whole day of wearing it, it can get tiring. So bring an extra change of clothes, which I highly recommend. So there's my top 10 list. Let me know if you have any questions. You can probably just post them. I'm thinking about starting a YouTube channel, so post them on my YouTube channel, I guess. If you have any questions, message me on Facebook, whatever you'd like. Or text me if you know me. Anyways, so that's my top 10 Comic-Con, Salt Lake Comic-Con survival list. But believe me, Comic-Con is so much fun. It sounds exhausting, but it's so much fun. The camaraderie that you feel when you get there is beyond description. I mean, you see somebody, like for instance, I was describing this to my sister-in-law the other day. I saw another girl who was dressed like a Pikachu. She saw me, I saw her, and she just went, Pikachu! And I'm like, yeah, Pikachu! And, and people instantly know where you're from. You have that instant connection with somebody, with a complete stranger, and you feel like you belong. And that's, I think, what the major draw for Comic-Con is that this sense of camaraderie and this sense of belonging you feel when you get there, especially for those who have really nerdy interests. You get there and you're like, I feel like this is home. These are my people. And it's so much fun. But again, if you have any questions, message me, let me know, and I'll talk to you again soon. Have a good day. Bye.